Hey guys, this is Sage Valentine, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 4, entitled Vatos. For every season, there is always a turning point, and this is the turning point episode, in my opinion, of this season. I know that the ending is pretty explosive, but this particular episode is a turning point because it shows the characters at this point, you guys aren't even safe being in this camp outside of Atlanta. And the threat is still real, and you guys have to always watch and be on your P's and Q's. And the fact that the walkers descended upon the camp during the fish fry made me sit back and reflect upon what drew them to the camp, and that's something that I've always reflected upon. It could have been, the car alarm from Glenn's Mustang. It could have been the gunshots. Hey, it could have been the smell of Merle's blood as he drove past, because I don't know, I could be on left field, but I always had the sneaking suspicion that Merle took that truck, drove it straight through the woods, and somehow came upon that area and just kept on going. And maybe they smelled that blood and followed the scent of the blood, because considering that that stump was cauterized and it probably was smoking, had a smoky, bloody, coppery scent, and it could have drawn them to it. I'm just saying. But either way, that was a given. It was going to happen either way. It was sad that the group had to lose Amy right after Amy and Andrea were finally able to bond, because of that 12-year age difference between them that seemed to separate them from one another. But it was nice to see them in the beginning of the episode fishing together. It did make me laugh though when Lori was like, "Ooh, you know how to fish." I'm like, Lori, please stop being Butterfly McQueen. Please stop. I don't know nothing about birthing babies, because that's Lori for me. Sometimes with Lori, I'm like, maybe, you know what, I pegged her wrong, but in that scene, I'm just like, Lori, stop. Even season 2, she's a little Butterfly McQueen, little drama queenie-ish as well. Okay. It was a good thing that Daryl, Rick, and Glenn and T-Dog returned to that mall to find Merle. Okay, maybe they didn't find Merle because they found his old bloody hand and the bloody tools, and T-Dog was able to get the tools and bring all the tools back and everything. But because of them, they were able to come in contact with Guillermo, the Vatos, and that nursing home. And they were able to give them some ammunition to, protect themselves. Well, if you have the DVD for season 2, I think you already know what happened to them. If you don't want this spoiled, then skip up maybe a couple seconds and it won't be spoiled for you. But unfortunately, I'm going to end up spoiling it for you guys right about now. So if you're going to skip up, now's the time to do it. All those people are dead. I haven't seen the episode or that actual scene yet because I haven't opened up my season 2 DVDs. I used to watch it on Amazon all the time. I haven't watched the other episodes on AMC, but they said that they come back and the people are dead, unfortunately. And it had a lot to do with what Rick was telling Guillermo, listen, this is not a good idea that you're acting like this place is like Fort Knox, when you have all these older people back here, and he made a lot of sense. The same goes for Jim. When Jim was digging those graves and everything, he alluded to the fact of what was going to happen at the end of the episode, and essentially they needed those graves for all those dead bodies and even deader walkers that they had to kill off. He basically shined a light upon Shane, listen. He was like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm iffy about this one, a la Shane. He beat the hell out of Earl Peltier, and we actually saw his face. He was still salty, trying to hold his, his grip upon little Sophia and Carol. Carol was like, save it, we're going. He's like, well, I don't need you. I said, well, you needed them when you were when you were a walker snack. You needed all the help you could get. But anyway, and he also talked about how Shane was trying to take over the group. Alluding to, the battle that happens in season 2 between Shane and Rick. And they butt heads. It's more of Shane butting the head, and Rick was just like, I just want to be peaceful. Let's just get through this. And Shane goes on a rampage and a warpath, and it's just a hot mess completely. The sad part of that episode, though, was that the people who died were all non-essential characters that didn't even, like, talk. They were just, like, all the extras they basically killed off beyond Amy. Because, of course, when Amy died, that was a turning point. But, that whole scene when they died, I'm just like, you killed all the extra people. I'm like, well, take all their stuff and keep moving. And the fact that they had to tie up Jim, like Jim was some sort of threat. I honestly, like, that episode, I was kind of like, he's going to go on a rampage and try to kill people when he was digging those graves. And then I thought about it, and he started talking about this whole dream sequence with the walkers. And it made me think of that time in season 2 when Shane had the same dream sequence, and it really started alluding towards what truly causes this whole disease in human beings, and like what's the root of it. Just saying. And for the most part, this episode, like I said, was really good. It's cute seeing the little dogs that were supposed to be the mean B-words from hell, and there were these little chihuahuas in a basket. It was so cute. Now, there's a question, though, about what brought those walkers to the camp. I could give you so many things, because I have this whole theory about Merle Dixon, like, believing that he was in that van and drove past, and kind of the scent of it and the whole thing. But I really honestly believe, and you can call me crazy, but hold on. Sorry guys, I realized I was just about to repeat myself again, but I'm still holding on to that. I do think that Merle has something to do with it, but you also have to consider the smell of the food, the fire, just the scent and the sound of the people. I mean, all that movement. Eventually they were coming down from the mountains. I'm just saying, I didn't think they were just walkers in Atlanta, and those things can still walk, and they do travel with sound, so. Unfortunately, this episode leads into the next episode when it becomes the blame episode. Ugh, Lori's so annoying. But anywho, like I said, I like this episode. It was a turning point. It's an episode that as you watch the other seasons, you can definitely come back to and think about it and just like say to yourself, if they had made this decision, what would have happened? If they had made this decision, what would have happened? Anywho, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to try to get you caught up to season 2 before I have to go out of town. I'm going to Philadelphia Comic-Con. So, I'm going to try to meet Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. But, anywho, definitely don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, to my videos. Check out my other reviews. Check out my review on Sunday, June 15th for the final episode of Believe. It's going to be a really good one. Make sure you tune in on Monday for my review of 24, and I'm going to continue these 24 reviews up until like Thursday, Friday. So until then, guys, you all take care. Have a great weekend. Have a good Father's Day, and I'll see you guys back on Sunday unless I do another video. So take care, guys. Bye, guys. Bye.